Hey besties, let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Besties, I have another. You know what? Because you know what? Child Tamar and Funky Dineva are at it again. For the same thing, I had to go back and listen to my video that I did, my you know what I did from 3 months ago. Go back and look at it. It's the thumbnail is a picture of Tamar. She's in blue, blonde wig, cute picture. And I think my thumbnail says the drama queen is at it again. Well, she's at it again. So I'm at home last night, me and the homie, and we watching Funky Dineva because that's what I do. And we coming off the backs of him realizing, that he has stage 1 prostate cancer. Praying for him, supporting him, being there, just being the friend, the friend that he don't know. I guess I'm a part of the funky bunch, I guess. Um, but I go in and out, but I decided I'm gonna stay in because Funky's growing up a little bit. So now we have this, the big C, and here come Miss Tamar Braxton, aka that lady. So Tamar Braxton was on an interview with a lady named L'Oreal from the Morning Hustle. I don't know her. She has some fluorescent green wig on, whatever. So she is telling her that she still does not know what happened the night of the Funky Dineva, the party that she threw for Funky Dineva. And then she says she was at the party for Funky Dineva, for his birthday. And we know it was December 1st yesterday. And we know Funky's birthday is back in August. Child. And so she just made a whole hit storm out of some mess and just pretty much ruined his birthday weekend. He had went back to Miami, was having fun on the boat. He likes to, get them boats and get the friends out and they drinking and brunching and having a good time. And so now, she has made Funky out to be her collateral damage. He has went to her, went through the group text trying to figure out what is going on. Because of course, when he gets back to Atlanta from celebrating his birthday, everybody and mama is hitting him like, "What did you do to Tamar?" Because remember, she's on social media saying that she almost was, she almost passed away. So of course, people are all funky because it's like we are all up in arms, like, "Oh my goodness, she almost passed away. Oh my, what did he do to her? Well, what happened, right?" And, now we just figure that Tamar is crying wolf, and as a content creator who, recapped the Braxtons, I almost need to tell Tawanda, I apologize. I need to take accountability because I can see the mess that she has to deal with dealing with her youngest sister. Like, I almost need to say I'm sorry. But Tawana done some mess. But honey, they calling Tamar old Jezebel because we'll get into that. But before that, I want to know, does Tony Braxton need to call her publicist again today to clean this up for Tamar? Because she said she always has to clean it up because Tamar rather be infamous than famous. Ciao. Wow. 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 So Tamar is on this interview with L'Oreal Child talking about she don't know what happened. She threw her friend a party, then she went to the party. She don't even know. So, honey, Funky got a hold of that interview, honey. And I didn't listen to Tamar's interview because I can't stomach her for too long. It's just amazing about her timing. This mess about Funky happened before the Braxtons aired. You know, she was trying, I think Tamar been trying to get the mess going. You know, that mess happened maybe in August, and the Braxtons came on in October. Now that they're done, now it's some more mess Tamar's doing. You know, it gets you thinking. And you know, the woman is so talented. She can sing. She's great. I even read somewhere they said Tamar can sing better than Tony. Besties, what do y'all think? I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that because hold on, let me sip some more of this tea. Isn't that something? I'm drinking tea and spilling it at the same time. But I'm gonna go see Tony next month. At the end of January, they tip off their tour with New Edition, Boys to Men, Tony Braxton. It begins in Oakland. I will be there in my suite. Okay, but enough about me. Back to them. So, you know, Funky has had it. And, you know, there's a quote that Kendrick Lamar says. He says, "Don't tell no lies about me, and I won't tell no truths about you." Funky let it all out. Okay. Funky said that he has hung out with Tamar 3 times when Mandices has been been around. Yes, he's uncomfortable when he's around Mandices because Tamar be sitting in his lap. They be kissing. She be having on booty shorts. They've he always appears at the restaurants they go to. You know, the video shoot that Tamar's pretending that all this is behind that little piece of video she had. And you know, Funky is in it. And he was like, yeah, he was a little uncomfortable at that photo shoot because she's sitting on his lap, kissing on him with booty shorts on. And like, y'all acting like you acting, but are you acting or is this real? So Funky said when they went to V12, so you remember the night when it was, I guess, before his birthday, she wanted to celebrate with him because, you know, she hangs with the gays. They went, she called because her and somebody, did he say Zoe? Somebody, her and somebody, they wanted to go eat. Near his house, all the restaurants were closed. So he suggested Ruth Chris because they stay open pretty late. So they go to Ruth Chris, they go eat. Funky wanted to go back home because he said he was tired. She like, no, friend, let's keep hanging out. Let's keep hanging out. So they go to Vinny's new venue club called V12. So you see videos of them walking in. It's Tamar in the front. She got a head wrap on. And in my video back 3 months ago, I was wondering did the head wrap beat her up because she was struggling with that thing. And Funky did call her bald headed, and then he called her a triple face. And I said, not two faced, but triple faced, and honey, ooh, child. And you know, for me, it's just like if you know Tamar, if you know Funky know your business and got some tea on you, why are you still talking about him? You have yet, he asked you to clear this up, clear his name, and you have not done it, you know? And it makes you wonder, did Yandy go over to her house and beat her up? Because Yandy has said nothing. Because you know why? Nothing happened to Tamar. She's lying about the face and the teeth and the nose and blood and all that. Because you know what? She's almost 50, right? Anybody over 40, when anything happens to you, it takes a long time to heal. Tamar would still be battling issues with her nose and her teeth and her mouth and her jaw and her gums. Like she wouldn't be healed. And that little piece of doctor that got on there from Miami lies. Because what I do know is that if you're going through all that in Atlanta, the last thing you need to be is getting on a plane flying to Miami. The gratitude and the altitude will blow your face, your whole body up. You'll be in a mess. So we all know lie, 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 lie. And I'm just like, Tamar, you can't be this desperate. Like, what are you like? What is it? Tamar is addicted to mess, to drama, turmoil. Oh, this girl needs some help. She needs some help. And she used Funky Dineva to hang out with Mendices in public. Funky said in the video where she and he are walking into V12, Funky said Mendices was behind them. He just didn't want to be recorded, but he was back there behind him. Tamar likes this mess. Funky is still hurt because he was a real friend to Tamar. Oh, he said, I was your friend. I'm not one of them broke sissies that be around you for clout and money. I said, no, I know you ain't talking about James Chanel. Yeah, Funky said, yeah, going to V12, she threw Mendices a pre-party before they went back to her house. And that is why he did not walk her to her door, because she was in an Uber sitting in Mendices' lap, kissing him with Funky right next to them. Funky got in his car, called up his homie James Knox, and he went on. Since he out, he might as well go, because I'm sure he needed a drink after that. That's why he said he did not go take that lady upstairs. She had Mendices and his friend. And so Funky was like, if anything happened, they must have ran a train on her and beat her head into her headboard. If anything happened to her, yeah. And so she said something in this interview that a person named David said, you want me to call the ambulance? And she told David no. So I don't know who David is. Was that the friend, or was that somebody? Was that the ex-boyfriend? Because that's the ex-boyfriend's name. Remember David? Last was Colonel Sanders, the white guy, last name Robinson from New Orleans. Uh-huh. It was him. And then I think David was before him, right? David was the boyfriend that was after Vince. African, I believe. So I don't know if she called him, because I think they're still friendly-ish. Maybe he asked. She said no. Ooh, honey, baby, Yandy, you got something to say, or you not gonna say nothing? Okay, I'm with you, Yandy. Leave this mess alone. But all I'm gonna say is, Mendices, why Tamar? I just want to know, why her, bruh? Why Tamar? And so I was reading some of the comments, besties, and honey, they were saying that Mendices don't like Andy, ain't never liked her, blah, blah, blah. He likes something about her. Don't they have 2 kids together? But that is it, besties. I just had to get on here and just put this out there. And I even commented to Funky, and I told him, bruh, you cannot address this kind of stuff. What you got going on, what you dealing with, even though, oh, excuse me, besties, excuse me, this when you talking, I'm drinking hot tea, the air is going through me. I apologize. Excuse me, but Funky, you got bigger fish to fry. You are stage 1 today. Don't add on no more stress to what you already got going on and make it go to stage 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting that on him, but stress is a factor. And I told him, you're going to have to leave this kind of stuff alone. Let it breathe on its own. She ain't even worth that. But I'm glad he came back and let us know, because we knew it was more to the story. We was just waiting. So, honey, Mendices is the little, and they said, honey, Atlanta, honey, it ain't no men out there, child. So, messing with married men is a thing. And, honey, they called Tamar Jezebel. So, remember when Tawana them said, well, you slept with 2 of Tony's ex-boyfriends, child. Ugh. We might have to put out a public apology to Tawanda. But I ain't gonna do it. But I'll say, Tawanda, you may be onto something. And I'm not too proud. Tawanda, I apologize. You may be onto something. All right, besties. Please, 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 please drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. Honey, oh my God. Don't forget to like the video. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and make sure your notification bell is on so that you know each and every time I post my content. I will be back tonight with Salt Lake City. Bye, besties. Cause you know what?